So in light of recent events, I decided that it was probably best to call the doctor and maybe have a chat with them about what's been going on, the anxiety, the depression, etc. And there's a couple of other things that I've had ongoing wrong with me. Nothing much, just a little bit. That probably could do with getting fixed at the same time, but it's a bloke thing, you just put it up. So I contacted my doctors, got put through to the woman on the phone. I don't know whether she's just a secretary or what, I don't know. And after having to give her some details to the lady, she said, yeah, okay, what I'm going to do is going to put you over to Ask My GP. Basically, nowadays, if you want to get anywhere near a doctor, you've got to go onto this Ask My GP thing in the morning, and you've got to get in there at the right time, because after about 10 minutes of the lines being opened, that's it, they're full up and you won't see anybody. So I'm like, right, fine, and she said they'll call you back, and I'm thinking, well, they're going to call me back at some point today, aren't they? No, that was last week, nothing yet. The text came through that I was going to get a call, I think it was in about 2 weeks. Now, bearing in mind, I was talking to her about mental health. How do they prioritise that exactly? Because what if I was understating the mental health? What if I was a lot worse? What if I was secretly the S word? I can't even say it is bullshit. What if I was like that? I'm not. What if I was? You know, by the time they made the call back, the person could have done something stupid. Now, years ago, you'd ring up in the morning and you'd see a doctor either in the morning or the afternoon. That was it. Now, I'm still trying to work out exactly what's gone wrong, because our doctor's surgery is one of two, and if they can't get you into one, they get you into others. Now, I do remember that prior to the lockdown and all that stuff, you could ring up and get an appointment, but it seemed that around that time they shut the surgery. That was it. Emergencies only, whatever that is. And I think you better be pretty convincing, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. And it was around that time that we had a massive shift, and the only people that were going to get anywhere near theirs were the people that wanted to have the vaccine. And they were basically endless queue of people going in there having a vaccine. Fine. But then it took a long time to get going again, because they had that and the flu thing. And then when it did come back in, they brought in that Ask My GP. And they were also fobbing people off. Instead of coming to the doctors, you've got to go and see a chemist and tell them you're ill and see what they've got to say first. I might be wrong here, but the chemist isn't a doctor, right? But what happened to our medical or our NHS that went so awry? A lot of you are going to say immigration. Yeah, that helped. Now, where I am particularly, there's not a massive influx. But I can't imagine what it's like for people where you live in somewhere where there is a massive influx. And they go on about declining birth rates and stuff like this. Well, if that was the case, surely that would be a problem. Now, I know we've invited a lot of people into the country to help combat the birth rate thing, but if you listen to some people, they'll actually say the birth rate hasn't fallen, depends on which side of the political fence you're on. But anyway, what has happened? They're still taking our money. We're still paying into the NHS, you know, but I think it's changed dramatically from what it was set out to be by Northern Bevan, right? That no person should go without medical assistance if they were ill, to private area health trusts, business orientated, money grabbing, agenda driven. Let me know what you think. But here we are, still. No phone call, no nothing, no further forward. And how many other people are like this? Now, I'm doing this video for two reasons. I'm doing this video to see if you've suffered it, but I'm also doing this video because when I go in there, I'm going to say, I've told them about how well you've treated us, i.e. left us hanging, and I will be doing a follow-up. And I'll be interested to see just how quickly they pull their fucking finger out then, when they know that many people are going to get to hear about it, rather than just one person get fucked over in silence. Because many are, and many don't get any sort of help, and many people either carry on getting worse. I mean, blokes are bad for going to the doctors anyway, right? We are, right? I mean, I can't get the figures, but I think that the NHS predominantly is used a lot in the early stages, at least by women. Now, somebody's going to go, you're sexist, I don't give a fuck. But it's also the women that will run the kids down there usually, if the kids are ill. And the women have other ongoing things that they need checking on a period basis because of reasons. We all know that. But blokes are generally ignorant and lazy, right? The hassle of having to go through the bullshit of sorting myself out an appointment and going down there, taking a day off, which costs money, right, and all the rest of it, a bloke will go, oh fuck it, I'll just carry on. So the thing gets worse. And many men, I remember that thing said, don't die of ignorance. Men die of ignorance or something. And the meaning was, no we don't. But the truth is this. When you do go to the doctors, and this is what you get, as a bloke, you're like, oh, what's the fucking point in bothering? That then has a knock-on effect to your mental health. These fucking haul roads, when they put them in, they were alright, but after 3 years of every fucker going up and down them, they're brutal. And I'm actually getting a pain in there going on. Don't know what that is. All day long you can feel it, you know it's happening. But I think it's being beaten the fuck over these stupid fucking roads, which you've got to do 10 mile an hour on to save them being damaged. But if you went over there at 15 mile an hour, you wouldn't get half of this. Fucking irony. But yeah, so let me know what you think about your treatment within the your experience, I should say, of the NHS, your experience going to the doctors, anything else. Put it in the comments. There are a lot of you now, because most of the people that watch this now are of a certain age, so you've got some experience. Let me know what you think, and I'll let you know how it goes. But we'll see. But obviously I've got to get something sorted about the anxiety thing, and if it means I have to go back on those fucking tablets, which I've been happily off for 2 years, so be it. But I'm going to try everything else. But even thinking about hypnotism, we'll see. I don't know. I'm open to all ideas. Anyway, I'll look for your comments. I can now turn the phone off now because we're off road. See you in a bit.